I'd like to call the meeting to order. I'd like to welcome all members, staff, and guests meeting the Select Special Ethics Commissioner and Chief Electoral Officer Committee. I'm Shane Getson, the MLA for Lac-St. and Parkland, and Chair of the committee. I'd like to ask members joining at the table to introduce themselves for the record, and then we'll go to those folks who join us remotely. So we'll start with, to my right.
Rosewell, MLA for Vermilion, Lloydminster, Wainwright.
Glenn Van Dyken, the MLA for Athabasca, Barhead, Westlock.
Chelsea Petrovic, MLA for Livingston McLeod.
Ron Weeb, MLA for Grand Prairie Wapiti.
Good morning, Grant Hunter, MLA for Tabor Warner.
Peggy Wright, MLA for Edmonton Beverly Clairview.
Janice Irwin, Edmonton Highlands Norwood.
Good morning, Lauren Dack, MLA for Edmonton McClung.
Good morning, Christina Steenbergen, LAO Communications.
Good morning, Lindsay Tischer, Director of Human Resources for the Legislative Assembly Office.
Good morning, Shannon Dean, Clerk.
Good morning, Jody Rempel, Committee Clerk, Legislative Assembly Office.
And joining us online.
Irfan Sabir, MLA McCall.
Perfect, thank you. So just a few housekeeping items. Note that there's no substitutions for this meeting. Housekeeping items, please note that Hansard is going to be operating the microphones for us. Committee proceedings are live streamed on the Internet and Broadcasting Assembly AB TV. Please set your cell phones to the least disturbing function that they have. Video participants are encouraged to put themselves on mute when they're not speaking. Turn their cameras on when they are speaking. And with that, we'll jump right into the agenda. So would anyone want to approve the agenda? MLA Rosewell. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Online, in favor? Or opposed? Or abstaining? Abstained. Motion carried. Sorry, there might have been a bit of delay there, MLA. We're good. We're just moving on. Minutes from the...
I was in favor.
Oh, say again?
I was in favor.
Okay, thank you. Minutes from the previous meeting. Could I call a motion to approve the minutes from the October 25 meeting? MLA Weeb. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Online, in favor?
Yes.
Thank you. Motion carried. All right, so now we're into the Chief Electoral Officer deliberations. Next on the agenda is the recruitment of the Chief Electoral Officer to protect privacy of the applicants. It would be appropriate to have an in-camera meeting for this portion. Could I have a motion to that effect? To go in camera? Moved by MLA Irwin. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
And motion carried. And with that, we'll just get a chance to reset the room here. right, folks, I'd like to remind everyone that we're back on the record, so Hansard will be running the microphones for us. And at this point, I would like to turn over the floor discussion of the final draft report that was distributed to the committee members for consideration. Does anyone want to start things off? Emily Rosewell.
Motion?
Sure.
Okay, I move, let me see, sorry, that the select special ethics commissioner and chief electoral officer committee, approve the draft report dated October 24 and recommend to the Legislative Assembly that Gordon McClure be appointed to the position of chief electoral officer commencing on November 18th, 2024. And the speaker be authorized to enter into remuneration agreement on behalf of the Legislative Assembly with Gordon McClure effective as of that date.
Perfect. Well, having heard the motion, any discussion? You just put your hand up. MLA Dack, sorry.
Thank you very much, Chair. I would like to say on the record that we and the opposition disagree with the majority decision of the committee, and we will be producing a minority report, and we oppose the draft released on those grounds.
Appreciate that. Any other further discussion? With that, I am prepared to call the question. All those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? No. And then online. Oh, say opposed? Perfect, thank you. So recorded. Motion carried. I will table the committee's report in assembly this afternoon, so I'll remind everyone that if any committee members wish to submit the minority report, which has just been indicated by MLA Dack, that it be appended to the committee's report, and it has to be in by noon, so don't be late with your homework. Communications update, so I'd like to turn to Ms. Steinberger to address, or Steinbergen, I apologize, hack your name here twice, to address the media release and social media postings regarding our recommendations to the Chief Electoral Officer. So with that, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So we will be releasing the news release at the committee's request, and once it is released, it will be posted to the Assembly website, and we will be posting to X, Facebook, and LinkedIn with a link to the media release. Thank you.
Perfect. Any questions, comments? MLA Van Dyken.
I'd like to make a motion that the Select Special Ethics Commissioner and Chief Electoral Officer Search Committee approve the draft media release and social media postings as distributed. Excellent.
Any discussion on the motion? I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? No. Okay. Online? For or against?
That was for media release, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, I'm opposed to it because it's a majority decision, not the committee's unanimous decision. That should have been reflected in the news release.
Okay, so motion is carried. Any other business? Approval of final meeting minutes. So today will be the last meeting of the committee. Again, thank you everybody for your participation in this and the great work and discussions and debate that we had to come up to this point to have someone that we can select. Once we report to the Assembly this afternoon, we'll have completed our mandate. And to ensure that we leave a complete record of our work and to consider authorizing the processes specifically for approving the minutes of today, one method that's been used in the past is to have the past committee's chair approve those meeting minutes in the final one, and that essentially allows us to not have to meet again as a committee to approve committee meeting minute notes. Is there any concern with that if we go with that standard practice? Seeing none, would someone like to make a motion to that effect? MLA Van Dyken.
I'll make that motion that the Select Special Ethics Commissioner and Chief Electoral Officer Search Committee authorize the chair to approve the minutes of the October 30, 2024 meeting after a copy has been distributed to committee members for comment. Perfect.
Any further discussion on the motion? I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Online, any opposed or in favor?
Not opposed. This one.
Not opposed or are opposed? We're going to say this one's passed. It's carried. So with that, sorry, say again.
Doesn't really matter.
Okay, so item number 5 is other business. So this is the last meeting. Thanks, everybody. I'd like to thank all the applicants and the candidates that submitted their items. I'd like to really thank the hard work of the HR folks, the LAO staff, everybody else that's been managed to keep this in place. I'd like to acknowledge the staff through the committee, through the process, in particular to Ms. Trish Mills, Julie Barron, Marciel Summer Wong, and the executive search for all the time and the guidance in the recruitment process. Do we have any other items to discuss before we put a pin in this thing? Hearing none, would one member like to make a motion to adjourn? Emily Hunter? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Thanks, folks. Take care.